The key to well-behaved kids isn't punishment, it's discipline, and there's a big difference. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you 10 tips you can use to discipline your kids. We'll see you after this. Hello everybody, welcome back to BlacknBlending. This channel is all about building great relationships and growing old with the people you love. Alright, and if you're interested in making your love life the best part of your life, start now by subscribing below and turning on your notification button so that you are notified whenever we post videos. Okay, so like I mentioned, today we're talking about discipline and not punishment. Right, so here are the 10 tips. So number 1 is show and tell. Teach your children right from wrong with calm words and action. Right? Mold behaviors you'd like to see in your kids. Number 2 is set limits. Have clear and consistent rules that your children can follow, and be sure to explain these rules in appropriate terms so that the children can understand. Okay. Number 3 is give consequences. Firmly and calmly explain these consequences if they don't behave. Like example, you can say, if you don't pick up your toys, then you won't play with them the rest of the day. Okay. Like you can also think of other things that you could use, but always remember to follow through, because if you don't follow through, they'll pick up that you are weak and no rule of yours will ever be obeyed in your house. Okay. But also remember, never take away something a child really needs, like a meal. All right. And number 4 is to hear them out. Listening to your kids is super important. I know I struggle. Like on Saturday, on the weekend, when he's playing with his friends, they all run to me, Monet's mom, Monet did this and this person did this, and I have to listen to like 10 children. But what I do is I give every single child an opportunity to speak, and then collectively we try to find a solution for that particular problem that they are facing. Number 5 is give them your attention. The most powerful tool to effective discipline is attention. To reinforce good behavior and discourage others. Remember, every single child wants their parents' attention. So number 6 is catch them being good. Children need to know when they do something bad, and they need to know when they do something good. So it's very important for you to catch them when they're packing their toys away or when they are picking up after themselves. It's always good to clap and be like, well done, Monet, you packed all your toys away. Well done, Monet, you finished all your food. Well done, you shared a toy with your friend. It's super important for you to praise your children, because that also reinforces good behavior, because everybody wants their parents to be proud of them. So every time you clap for them and you say well done for doing a certain thing, believe me, they'll do it again. Number 7 is know when not to respond. As long as your child is not doing anything dangerous and you give them plenty of attention for good behavior, sometimes it's necessary for just to ignore bad behavior. All right, because some kids know when they're doing something bad, and they know my mom is always shouting, so let me set an alarm. And you can see that this child's doing something bad deliberately, and there you are, not knowing that's actually what they wanted. Okay, so sometimes it's good to just ignore, act like you can't see, and that will encourage the child to also learn consequences by himself and be like, okay, mama won't always be there to say stop this or stop that. Number 8 is be prepared for trouble. So plan ahead for situations where your child might have troubles behaving. So just plan activities and explain to the child exactly how you want them to behave. Number 9 is redirect bad behavior. Sometimes children misbehave just because they're bored. So you could find something for them to do when you see that they are bored and they're becoming restless, they don't know what they can do with themselves. Give them a piece of paper with crayon, put on a learning activity or something that could, just make them watch cartoons or something that they can enjoy and get out of their boredom. So number 10 is calling a timeout. So those two works best when a rule is broken, and it's always best for you to remind them in a few words that, hey, you will get a timeout if you don't stop doing what you're doing. Okay, and if the child persists or continues doing whatever it is that you say don't do, then you put him for timeout. Your timeout can be up to you. You can set a timer. You can put them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how you see fit. Okay, and a timeout is simple. You can just tell them to sit on one spot, for 5 minutes. You can tell them to face the wall, or whatever you choose has timeout. That's up to you. All right. So there's a lot of parents out there who feel as if spanking kids or hitting them is the solution. situation, but let's really think about it. How is that reinforcing good behavior? How are you making me see my mistakes, or making me see right from wrong by whipping me? Yeah, it is the easy thing to do. Just grab me, whip, 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 and then you're done. You understand? I get that, but there's no communicating. You just, okay, you're telling me I'm wrong. That's it. So I personally don't agree with whipping, spanking, or whatever they call it out there. I was whipped my entire life, and Lord knows how it turned out so right. I'm joking. But anyway, thanks to my mom for whipping me. I'm joking anyway. But yeah, so I think the most important thing, just like in a relationship, you have communication between you and your spouse. It's also important to have communication between you and your child. Because if your child does something you don't appreciate or you don't like, you sit them when you are calm. Because I know sometimes you feel as if shouting is the first thing that comes to mind. Let me just shout at this kid. But you must also understand, like, shouting at a child doesn't help the situation. Just like shouting in a marriage or in a relationship doesn't help a situation. So the best thing to always do is to sit the child down, or wait until you've calmed yourself. Okay, you sit the child and you actually talk to them. I don't like it when you did this and this and this, and I would prefer you do this and this and this, and if you do this again, this is what's gonna happen. You understand? That's the key to raising good children. That's the key to raising well-behaved kids who won't throw tantrums in the shop and want 15 pack of chips and all of that stuff. All right, so thank you so much once again for tuning in. This is Black and Blending. We'll see you next time.